Well, it's been 27 years since the record-breaking phenomenon known as Dirty Dancing. Get your groove ready. Hit the big screen. And all these years, of course, later.
Yeah, I cannot believe it's been 27 years. Doesn't feel like that to me, but we're still obsessed with it. And now you can see Dirty Dancing on stage. And here to tell us about it are performers Josh Drake and Jesse Lehman. Welcome.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yes, so Jesse, you played Neil. So how do you approach this, considering how iconic it is and how the entire audience will probably know every dance number, every song?
Yeah, that's true. Neil, I love playing Neil, and everyone I've told, all of my friends always said, well, he's the bad guy.
Yeah.
And he's not really the bad guy. He's got a lot to learn. I think in his
That's
mind...
a nice way to put it. A lot to learn.
In Neil's mind, he's probably a great singer and a great dancer, but there particularly, he has a lot to learn.
Right, and Josh is the assistant dance captain. Obviously, there's a lot of dancing going on, but there's a lot of pressure, I think, because you have to live up to the standards of that first movie that everybody kind of holds heart to. So how do you deal with that?
I think we just jumped into it just flat-footed. We just, the choreographers really have a ballroom background, so they really know how to go back to the movie and look what they did and that choreographer did and kind of transfer it to a stage, which is also, it's very different when you're doing it on stage because there's a distance between the stage and the audience. In the movie, it was up close and personal. You can see the sweat. So I think the choreographers really did their job and went back to the original and transferred it really, really well.
Do either of you have a favorite song from Dirty Dancing?
Do I?
Well, I have a lot of favorites, but the best part is at the end, you were talking about it earlier, I've had the time of my life. I get to stand there as these two amazing vocalists belt it out, and then the entire dance corps dances right in front of me. So it's a dream come true. I just get to stand there, do nothing, and watch.
What about you? Do you have a favorite
I'd have to say it's Do You Love Me, which is also very well known from the movie.
Yeah.
It's the first time that the dancers get to shed all their tuxes and suits and dresses and dance dirty.
Dance dirty.
This is how you would say.
Get it ready.
We've been playing upstairs guests and doing the foxtrot and slower dances, so we get to really just let loose once that song comes on.
You talked about how it's different in terms of being on stage. You can't, unless you're up front, can't see the sweat. It's a different experience. How else does it differ from the movie?
There's 20-ish new scenes.
Wow.
Yes.
New scenes.
Since the movie, yeah.
And particularly, it sets it against the backdrop of the civil rights movement in 1963. So
that's interesting.
That's a real force in the stage production that isn't in the movie. But that adds a good dynamic.
Nice.
You'll learn more about Baby and Johnny's relationship through the show than you did in the movie, which is...
Well, I guess for anybody who hasn't seen Dirty Dancing, we're just assuming...
Yeah, we're just assuming you know. So what is the show about?
What is it exactly?
Yeah, what is, for people who don't know maybe about Dirty Dancing, right, what is Dirty Dancing about? Give the people, the synopsis, I guess.
Sure, it's set in the Catskills in 1963, and it's about the Houseman family, Baby Houseman, and then it's about this dancer, Johnny Castle, and against all odds, Baby and Johnny start a romance.
Because she's young, late teenager, 17, 18?
Yeah, she's going to college.
Okay.
She's a little, I think she's about to go to college.
And he's a grown man.
He's more grown up. He's not a grown man.
But you're making it Dirty Dancing now.
Dr. Daddy, Baby ain't having it.
More experience.
It's not that dirty.
We're Dirty Dancing now.
But they fall in love through dance. It's told through dance with that amazing soundtrack. And as I said, set against civil rights movement.
Wow, that's awesome.
Well, so nice to talk to both of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Great to talk. Thank you.
Okay, well, Dirty Dancing is on stage tonight through Sunday night at the Durham Performing Arts Center. You can get your tickets at dpacnc.com.
We'll be right back to show you why yoga is great for a whole lot more than relaxing and flexibility.
I'm ready.